Hello everybody, good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, and around here Wednesday is a little bit of a crazy busy day. Charles actually, he goes into the office, but he did film some stuff for you guys yesterday, so I will share that with you today. And we're just gonna make a dessert and some dinner with me today, because Wednesdays, I think that's just gonna be how it has to go. My brain has to catch up with my mouth, because this is just a crazy busy day for us. Wednesday we do group therapy with Luke in the morning. So we actually just got home and it's about 12:15 and I need to get him some lunch. And then we still have yet to do some of our school and stuff like that. So also, so a real quick update on what is going on with Luke's school and kind of why things are crazy. I know I've kind of talked about it a little, but didn't really talk about it all the way. The school that he was at, they wanted him to graduate in a few years, and we weren't really about that. And then his one-on-one, the person who really made such a huge difference in him, she left the school. We found out right before school started. She came actually and told us herself, crying and everything else, said, "I'm so sorry." And we were so sad to hear that. So we decided that was just not going to be a good fit for him anymore. So we went into this autistic home therapy school, where it is school, and he still goes to group sessions with other kids his age. And then we also have a teacher come out to our house, and she works with me and him. And then we also do a few other therapies as well that we go up to the school, and then different activities and stuff at the school. It's kind of the best of homeschool and school kind of rolled up in one. And we have gone through, though, already 2 teachers and not of anybody's fault, not Luke's fault or their fault. The last one, she just quit. And she left, not because of us. She saw a lot of kids, but she just had personal things going on. And the one before that, she couldn't come out to the house anymore and wanted us to go out there. But that was going to be too many trips going out there, because it's about a 45-minute drive for us. So we wanted to wait until somebody else was close. Well, lo and behold, his one-on-one, who we absolutely adored, she put in her resume to work there, and she's going to work part-time after she gets off her full-time job. So she is going to start coming out to the house and be his teacher again in the evenings. So everything has just been like exactly where it's supposed to be. It's working out wonderfully. So we are just counting our blessings right now, and so excited for everything to get in order. But he's been going through all those changes, and that's why he has not been sleeping very good. But however, the last 3 nights he has now slept. So cross my fingers that continues. All right, let's make some dessert. Today's dessert is very easy. I'm just going to make some fast brownies. So it's 1½ cups of sugar, 1½ teaspoons of vanilla, 3 eggs, 3/4 cup of flour, 3/4 cup butter melted, 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we just stir that all together. Spray your dish, pour the batter in. This is going to bake at 350 degrees for 18 to 20 minutes. All right, now let's take a look at what Charles was up to yesterday.
Good morning. It is beautiful out here today. We've got a slight breeze and the temperature's not bad. I think it's going to get a little bit warmer this afternoon, and then we head into a little bit more of a cold spell the next couple of days. But the biggest thing on my mind right now is the fact that it's going to rain. And we need it. I don't think it'll, keep the ground wet for very long, so I'm not really worried about it. But I do still have those 4 hay round bales. Easy for me to say. Hay round bales sitting out here in front of the barn, and I made some room to get them inside, but I just haven't done that yet. So I'm gonna take a few minutes this morning, a little bit of a break, and run out here and get those rolled in. And there's a little bit of a lip in the front of the barn, so if I have any issues with it, I might have to go get the girls to help me. Otherwise they should roll in pretty easy. So I want to get them out, and then I want to take you back because we had the farmer come out that we loaned the back part of the field to do the soybeans, and he actually harvested all the soybeans in all the fields around us here yesterday, and I want to show you kind of what it looks like back there now. So I'm going to get these bales out of the way first because that's the most important, and then I'll take you on a little adventure. Well, I got the round bales in, so they'll stay dry now. I feel good about that. And the cows were low on hay, so I went ahead and gave them enough to get through the rest of the day. And as promised, I'm going to take you on a little trip with me as we walk out to the back 7. So it does take a minute to get out here on foot. And it needs a lot of work. So I smoothed out, I don't know if you can see, but I came through, and that was one of the really bad patches. Still has some pretty good ruts right in front of it, but I smoothed all that out so that I could at least get through there with the riding mower if I needed to, because it was deep. I actually would have gotten the riding mower stuck in that. But there are still quite a few ruts, and they're just, it looks like just years of erosion from ruts maybe made during baling of hay back here, or just a variety of things. But when I come back here and it's open, it just looks so much bigger than when it had soybeans on it, because you can see the edge. So there is the rest of the property. So I think somewhere in an early video we had done a view from the back. When we first bought the place a couple years ago, we had done a view from the back to try to look up toward the barn to get a better idea of, what does 7 acres really look like in perspective. We haven't done that in a while because we haven't been able to get back here. Probably 6 months after we moved in, this all grew up, and I didn't have the chance to get back here. I will say that after having them come through and grow soybeans on it, and then just driving on it, the ground feels a little spongy. So that's probably all the organic material that's sitting right here. Because I don't know if you've ever seen them do soybeans, but the exhaust off of that thing with what they put back into the ground is incredible. So, we were not able to get outside yesterday, hardly at all, because that stuff gets in your lungs, and it gets hard to breathe. So I'm gonna come back here. I'm still walking. I'm at a good pace. It's taking a hot minute. I'm about halfway back. So let's see here. They didn't really do any prep work on this prior to growing the soybeans. They basically just did a no-till growth. They grew quite a few. Alright, now I'm back somewhere at property's edge. We still need to, oh, there's a fence post, so I'd say I'm pretty close. So, this is what it looks like from the back.
Alright, the brownies are done. Once they cool, I'm going to slice them into pieces or cut them into pieces, and then I'll add some powdered sugar on top. These are so good. We've made them a million times. For dinner tonight, we are going to make some shepherd's pie. So let's get started on that. So to start with dinner, I am just getting some potatoes cooked in the Instapot so that I can make some mashed potatoes.
And no one's there, and you wonder who even cares. Oh, come back to your breath, don't drift away from me. I will come down to remind you of before. We can fly away. Your best kept secrets underground. Oh. Your hand on my chest, my heart beats for you. I keep my arms out and hold you like before. We can fly away from here. We can stay close, my dear, swept up and away from all our fears. How are we
Well, it's later in the day, and I'm gonna go outside and try to get some work done. I got regular job on hold for a little while now, till tomorrow. And we got rain coming. I mean, I can look in the sky and tell you it definitely looks like it's gonna rain. But I want to get stuff done. So I think what I'm gonna do, instead of finishing the job on the chicken house, because I still have to paint the back and part of the back side, is I'm gonna go ahead and work in the new garden spot. That's a kind of a great fill-in work, because you know, if I paint right now, I promise you the heavens are gonna open up and I'm gonna get soaked and all my paint's gonna wash off. Why? Because it can. But if I start tilling on the ground or broad forking and it starts to rain, no harm, no foul. Plus, it's all good. So, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I left a pair of gloves out here a couple days ago. So, no wonder couldn't find them. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, I think, and drag out the broad fork. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drag out the broad fork and finish probably the first like quarter of broad forking on this. And then I'll drag the tiller out and we'll work on that. So, I'll be right back.
Here it is. Dinner tonight then is shepherd's pie. We're just gonna have salad with it. And here are the brownies, what's left of them. And I don't know if you guys can see, but they are so fudgy. And it is really the best from scratch brownie recipe ever. So there you have it. That is dinner tonight.
Alright, well, as you can see behind me, or maybe because you can't see behind me, I am out of daylight and I just quit tilling. It is, let me see, about 7:15, give or take. So weather was great. I just kept going. Nice thing about a yellow tiller and freshly tilled dirt, it's really easy to see when it gets dark. So I just made the most of it. But with that said, Ronnie's got the chickens up. We got to get the barn closed for the night. I will check really quick and make sure cows have enough to get them through the night. And other than that, I'm out of here, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.